Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Fattah Abdurozaq and I'm going to deliver you my speech of today's motion. As a middle-class parents, this House would not support their children's choice to deprioritize formal education in favor of pursuing digital creative skills or career. And we are with this House and we choose to speak against the motion. Let's go on to the definition and outline. Now, I'm going to deliver you the outline and to the school by today's motion. Formal education has now been an important thing, and it's also an important way to go through and achieve more successful career in the future. What is formal education? Formal education refers to the structured education system that runs from primary and in some countries from nursery school and to university, and includes specialized programs for vocational, technical, and professional training. Did you hear that? Right. From the early we've already been able to conclude that formal education is more structured and it can give us better hopes in the future. Before we go any further, I want to deliver you some rebuttals. Firstly, the affirmative team said that formal education could not allow kids or students to develop their creativity. Who said that? Don't you know that a formal education, since the very first time, like elementary school, has provided us, the student, a particular class to develop our other skills. Yes, like extracurriculars. That's one of the ways of formal schools to let their students to develop their own creativity, hobby, and skills. Because formal schools do realize it's important for kids. Then, secondly, in the next level of schools do also provide us such classes. Even there's also a school. For instance, in Indonesia, we have vocational high school. Now, this school is for them who want to develop more their skills and creativity according to what they like and their hobbies. It's clear that formal school does also provide us not just academic skills, but also the non-academic. So that we strongly believe formal school does more effective in developing student skills, both hard and soft skills, academic and non-academic. Thirdly, they also said that students can learn and develop their skills from such platforms like TikTok, Facebook, or so. Yes, it could, but they don't do it directly face-to-face or offline. The offline does things more effective rather than online. Furthermore, such TikTok and Facebook do also have bad impacts. There is a chance for kids who'd rather see an important content rather than learning something useful, and it could also content of bad, even harmful contents. It's horrible, isn't it? And now I'll go to the next to the arguments. And I'm going to deliver you some points of arguments. The first one is social interaction. The non-formal education do not let us and allow us to make friends with others. Children who do the non-formal education would not often interact with others because they tend to develop their skills in a place that's less crowded. It's definitely not good for kids to not interacting with others. For instance, the adolescents socializes with one another by sharing their feelings, supporting each other emotionally, as well as learning to view things for their colleagues' perspective. This social interaction enables students to increase their individual efforts so as to enhance the group grades. The social interaction enables students to be involved with regards to school community and thus the ability to maintain trust as well as manage the conflict. As the students interact in a group, they share ideas as well as the options concerning the opinions and concerning as to work out a certain question. The instructors, on the other hand, encourage the students to continue working in systems so as to achieve more. According to National Geography, no social interactions experience will herald long-term mental health, development, or academic consequences depends on each family's individual challenges, says James Griffin, who heads at the Eunice Kennedy Shriver National Institute of Child Health and Human Development. The second argument is academic skills and certificates are very important in work career. The experts have proven that academic skills can be better gained at school. It's for sure very effective, and formal schools provide us certificates for its graduates that can be used for work career. Any companies or office, especially the high grade ones, will employ its workers based on their academic formal education. If they have certificates from formal education, this would ease them in applying for jobs. It's very important, while the non-formal educations have no such certificates to be used one day. We know some famous artists, for instance, in Indonesia. The simple one are such as Afgan or Maudi Ayunda, for example. Although they're well-known singers, they still consider that the formal education is very important. So they have good educational records. It's clear and it's undeniable that formal education is very important for our future to gain more successful career. It doesn't guarantee, it doesn't, but it gives you a better and higher hopes and chances to achieve a successful future. And the third argument will be, every formal school has particular classes and we have vocational schools also. As I have just said before in my rebuttals, that schools since the early time of learning has had extracurricular classes which develops children's creativity and the non-academic skills. Children are welcome to choose what they like on their own, and this will not make the formal schools become boring. They certainly will get individual education, which is really important, and it's very useful in work career. Students could also get and learn the non-academic skills, and they can develop their creativities, such as science class, drawing, football, basketball, crafting, and others. And we also have vocational schools for them who want to develop their skills and creativity. So there's no reasons that formal education is not important. Therefore, we strongly oppose to this motion. So I'll deliver you my conclusion. All in all, let me summarize my speech. That formal education is very important for our hard skills and soft skills. It's good to develop our academic skills or non-academic. Our creativity will be well developed because it has its own programs which let students to choose additional curricular classes, and it's also well structured. It doesn't guarantee our future, but it gives us better hopes to reach a better future, especially in work career, because it has certificates which will be very useful someday to apply for jobs. And formal education could develop our mental and social interactions, so students won't be shocked to interact with others, with their colleagues in the work when they're adults in workplaces. That's all from me. I think. Thank you for your attention. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.